Imagine working for 30 years, only to realize you gave away $310,000 of your retirement to a bank. Imagine you've spent the last 30 years working. You've braved the winters, you've put in the overtime, and you've diligently sent a portion of every paycheck to your bank to invest. You trust them. They have the glass towers, the suits, and the fancy degrees. But when you finally reach retirement, you realize something is wrong. Your account is hundreds of thousands of dollars short of where it should be. You didn't lose it in a market crash, you gave it away, bit by bit, for 30 years. Today, we're exposing the great Canadian illusion. We've been told that we need experts to pick stocks and time the market for us. But the data's out, and it's embarrassing. 98 out of 100 Canadian fund managers, the literal pros, lost to the market over the last 10 years. If 98% of pilots crashed their planes, you wouldn't fly. So why are we handing these people 2% of our life savings every year to do a worse job than a computer? In this video, I'm going to show you the math of a $310,000 mistake, why Canada actually has a secret advantage over the US, and a 15-minute-a-year system that beats the pros. To understand why the pros fail, we have to look back to 1973. A Princeton professor named Burton Malkiel wrote a book that Wall Street absolutely hated. He argued that there are two main ways people try to play the market, and both of them are essentially fairy tales. This is the math nerd approach. You look at a company's earnings, dividends, and growth, you calculate what the stock should be worth and buy it when it's cheap. It sounds logical, right? But here's the problem. Nobody can predict the weird. A pandemic, a trade war, or a 2 a.m. tweet from a billionaire can tank a math-perfect stock overnight. The foundation is solid, but the house still burns down. This is the hype approach. This theory says a stock is only worth what someone else is willing to pay for it. You don't care about the math, you just want to buy what's trending at the hockey rink. Remember the Canadian cannabis craze in 2018? Everyone was buying Canopy Growth and Tilray because their cousins said it was a sure thing. Most of those stocks dropped 70 to 90%. Malkiel realized that stock prices move randomly. It's like flipping a coin. If the price movement is random, then trying to outsmart it is a fool's errand. This might sound scary, but it's actually the most freeing thing you'll ever hear. If nobody can beat the market, you can stop trying. If the pros can't beat the market, why do we pay them? In Canada, we are world leaders at something we should be ashamed of: high investment fees. The average Canadian mutual fund charges a management expense ratio of about 2% to 2.5%. That sounds small, but Canada's fees are higher than the US, the UK, and Australia. We are literally getting ripped off more than almost anyone else on Earth. Imagine a race. You're an index investor and you're running light. Your expert fund manager is running next to you, but they're wearing a 20-pound backpack. That's the 2% fee. To even tie with you, they have to run 2% faster than the market every single year just to break even. Over 10, 20, or 30 years, that backpack becomes impossible to carry. Let's look at the receipts. Person A invests $100,000 into a low-cost index fund, 0.17% fee. After 30 years at a 7% return, they have $740,000. Person B invests that same $100,000 into a bank mutual fund, 2.2% fee. After 30 years, they have $430,000. That is a $310,000 difference. You didn't lose that money to the market, you paid it to a bank to do a worse job than a 0.17% ETF. That's a house. That's a decade of travel. That's your freedom. Now for the good news. While our banks charge high fees, our government actually gave us 3 secret weapons that Americans would kill for. This isn't a savings account, it's an investment account. It is the greatest cheat code on the planet. You put in after-tax money, it grows, and when you take it out, you pay 0 tax. The CRA cannot touch the gains. Americans have the Roth IRA, but it has more rules and income limits. Ours is much more flexible. This is your tax deduction machine. When you contribute, the government reduces your taxable income for that year, usually resulting in a fat tax refund. Take that refund and immediately invest it into your TFSA. This creates a cycle where your tax refund builds even more tax-free wealth. This strategy alone can generate over $180,000 in extra wealth over a career. This is the new kid on the block, and it's insane. It combines the best of both worlds. You get a tax deduction when you put money in, like an RRSP, but you pay zero tax when you take it out to buy a home, like a TFSA. It's essentially free money from the government to help you buy a house. You have the tools, but you are still your own worst enemy. Your brain is hardwired to fail at investing. Malkiel identified 4 traps that destroy Canadian portfolios. We all think we're the exception. We see a guy at the rink who doubled his money on one stock, but he never mentions the 5 other stocks that went to zero. Your brain feels the pain of losing $1,000 twice as much as the joy of gaining $1,000. This is why people panic sold in March 2020 when COVID hit. Those who sold locked in their losses. Those who did nothing recovered within months. Canadians love Canadian stocks, banks, oil, Shopify, but Canada only makes up 3% of the global stock market. If you only buy Canadian, you're not diversified, you're just patriotic with your life savings. Whether it's cannabis stocks or meme stocks, chasing the shiny new thing usually ends in holding the bag. Boring wins every single time. So how do we actually do this? How do we beat 98% of the pros? It takes 1 hour to set up and 15 minutes a year to maintain. Stop going to the bank branch. Open a self-directed brokerage account at a place like Wealthsimple, Questrade, or National Bank. This gives you zero commission trading and removes the pushy advisor. You don't need 15 funds. If you're young, XEQT or VEQT. These are all-in-one ETFs that hold thousands of global stocks for a tiny 0.17% fee. If you're older, XBAL or VBAL, 60% stocks, 40% bonds for more stability. Set up a set it and forget it transfer from your bank to your brokerage every payday. This is dollar cost averaging. You buy more when the market is on sale and less when it's expensive. This stands for Dividend Reinvestment Plan. Your dividends will automatically buy more shares, which buy more shares. This is how compound interest explodes. This is the hardest part. Check it once a year to make sure your goals haven't changed. Otherwise, go to the cottage, take the kids to hockey, and let the market do the work. Investing isn't about being the smartest person in the room. It's about being the most disciplined. If you start today with $500 a month, a low-cost ETF like XEQT can leave you with hundreds of thousands of dollars more than the expert at the bank. Don't let a $310,000 mistake be your story. Take the win, use our Canadian cheat codes, and choose the random walk to wealth. Your future self, sitting on a dock at the cottage, is going to thank you for being boring today. If you want to see exactly how to set up that RRSP refund flywheel I mentioned, click this video right here. I'll see you there.